I think it's primarily going to be a means of doing illegal transactions.
I'm neither here nor there on Bitcoin. You know, this always gets like the crypto people angry, but there are transactions that are not within the bounds of the law. So what I see crypto as is effectively as a replacement for cash, but not as a replacement for as a primary. I do not see crypto being the primary database.
I mean, first of all, I think people should not invest their life savings in cryptocurrency, to be clear. I think that's unwise. Dogecoin was invented as a joke, as essentially to make fun of cryptocurrency.
Elon and Bitcoin have had a bit of a back and forth relationship. So today I have some clips that should show you the progression of how Elon Musk changed his mind about Bitcoin and crypto. Then I will give you a timeline how Elon got Tesla involved with Bitcoin, and now, as of this week, we have some rumors of Elon starting his cryptocurrency.
You mentioned the startup of PayPal, which is a great innovation that happened in sort of how we pay for things. That seems to me an area in which there hasn't been as much subsequent innovation other than Bitcoin as there should be. In other words, quickly transferring money, especially to people you don't know or whatever, is, to me, maybe I'm wrong, far more difficult than it seems like it should be. Are you somewhat disappointed with the way PayPal then proceeded, or are you disappointed with the lack of innovation in the digital currency environment?
Yeah, PayPal has definitely. I mean, it hasn't moved much since from when it was sort of bought by eBay. The long-term vision that I had for PayPal, or sort of in sort of finance, was to well, it sounds a bit strange, like to convert the financial system from a series of heterogeneous, insecure databases to one database. Or, well, not one database, but maybe there'd be like a few more. The money is just a number in a database. That's what it is. And it's primarily an information mechanism for labor allocation. And the current databases are not very efficient. Like there are these old legacy mainframes that don't talk to each other very well, have poor security, and only do batch processing once a day.
Are you glad PayPal is being spun off?
It's probably the right move.
And what would you do with it?
Well, I think I converted it into more of a full-service financial institution. So you want to do all the things that a consumer. You want to have like all the financial services that somebody needs in one place, seamlessly integrated together and easy to use. And I think really care about the consumer. I think a lot of banks don't seem to care that much about the customer. So I think there's an opportunity to be like a really good bank, effectively, but much more than what people think of as.
Do you think Bitcoin will be disruptive in that way? I mean, now it's a speculative currency. Will it be something that will be what normal consumers will use and will disrupt the banking industry?
My opinion of Bitcoin is that, I think Bitcoin is probably a good thing, but it's essentially, its main thing will be, I mean, this will probably get quoted here and there, but I think it's primarily going to be a means of doing illegal transactions. But that's not necessarily entirely bad, because some things shouldn't be illegal. But
the combination of Silk Road and Bitcoin will save us?
Well, it will be useful for legal and illegal transactions. Otherwise, it would have no value as a use for legal transactions, because you have to have a legal to illegal bridge.
Yeah.
I don't own any, but
software hasn't eaten the banking industry yet. Software's eaten a lot of industries. There's some that it just hasn't, and banking's still there.
Stripe's eating them. slowly, but they're doing a pretty good job. The banks are in trouble if it's not Stripe, it's be somebody else.
And you love code, but you don't seem to be as bullish on Bitcoin. Do you have any? Could you break down like why? Because you're talking about this big database that's more secure for faster transactions. It seems like Bitcoin's hitting at least some of those.
I'm neither here nor there on Bitcoin. Yeah.
What did you think when you read like Satoshi's white paper for the first time? You're like, oh, it's pretty interesting. Or
That was pretty clever. It's just like the things. Yeah. This always gets like the crypto people angry, but there are transactions that are not within the bounds of the law, and there are obviously many laws in different countries, and normally cash is used for these transactions, but in order for illegal transactions to occur, the cash must also be used for legal transactions. You need an illegal to legal bridge. That's where crypto comes in.
So is it kind of the dark net stuff?
It can't be entirely dark, because otherwise how do you buy normal stuff?
True.
And cash these days is used just much rarer. It's hard. It's like increasingly difficult to use cash. Some places you can't use cash at all.
True.
So there's a forcing function for transactions that are illegal, quasi-legal, and in some cases legal. But it's got to have some. It's got to be both legal and illegal. It doesn't count otherwise. Otherwise, you simply it can't just be transactions within an illegal economy. Because how do you buy food in a house or something? You must have a legal to illegal bridge. So where I see crypto as is effectively as a replacement for cash, but not as a replacement as a primary. I do not see crypto being the primary database. So now this is sometimes taken being like I'm being judgmental about crypto, and it's actually, I think there's a lot of things that are illegal that shouldn't be illegal. But so it's not as though I think that sometimes governments just have too many laws about that. They shouldn't have so many things that are illegal.
Although, given your history in the payments ecosystem, it would be very interesting to know if you agree with Jack and there is going to be one native cryptocurrency when it comes to the internet. He thinks it's Bitcoin.
It's interesting. I have some friends of mine that are kind of really involved in crypto. I mean, I think like the Bitcoin structure was quite brilliant. Yeah, it seems like there's some merit to Ethereum as well, and maybe some of the others. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it would be a good use of Tesla resources to get involved in crypto. I mean, we're really just trying to accelerate the advent of sustainable energy. And I mean, I think actually one of the downsides of crypto is that computationally, it's like quite energy intensive. So like there had to be some kind of constraint on the creation of crypto. So, but it's very energy intensive to create like the incremental Bitcoin at this point.
Yeah, but by the same time, there were $1.3 trillion worth of transactions in Bitcoin, and we don't see it here because it's not for pizza or Coke. It's business to business in Africa. Yeah, but we think it is business to business in Africa, where it is prohibitively expensive to convert from one nation's currency to another. You have to go through the dollar. I mean, it really is very important it's money over IP for them. It's free transmission of money. And that's really important to opening up the world. And, it
bypasses currency controls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. It's
well, and
paper money is going away.
Yes.
And crypto is a far better way to transfer value than pieces of paper. That's for sure.
Without a doubt.
That has its pros and cons.
Just to clarify, Tesla's not going to start selling Bitcoin anytime soon.
No, we're not.
Okay, you heard it here first, even though everyone thought that.
No.
Now, let's look at some Elon history with crypto. On April 2nd, 2019, Elon Musk mentioned Dogecoin for the first time, tweeting, "Dogecoin might be my fav cryptocurrency. It's pretty cool. The price of the coin went from $0.002 on April 1st to as high as $0.004 on April 4th. Since then, every positive Musk tweet has driven Dogecoin's price up and up. Then, on February 8, 2020, Elon gets Tesla involved in Bitcoin with announcement that the company had bought $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and has plans to accept the cryptocurrency as payment for its products. The news of Tesla's buy-in moved the market from $39,000 at the time of the announcement on February 8th to $53,000 a week later. And then we are here, a year later when Musk said that Tesla would no longer accept Bitcoin as payment for its cars, citing concerns over the energy expenditure of Bitcoin mining. Since the news, Bitcoin's price has nosedived, losing more than 14% of its value. After that, Musk has tweeted that he is working with Doge devs to improve system transaction efficiency, potentially promising, which has led Dogecoin price to climb 25%. Only time will tell if Musk will be successful in his attempt to make Dogecoin the crypto of the future. But if I were a betting man, I would follow Charlie Munger's advice when betting against Elon Musk: never underestimate the man who overestimates himself.